Allie's Attic Show, where you never know what kind of surprise you'll find in my attic. I'm your host, Allie, and today my surprise is a gentleman who actually grew up in Huntington Beach in LA, moved to New York, and he's just doing amazingly well. And I love him. I'm going to gush throughout this entire interview. Please welcome Matt Davis. Hi, Matt.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I want to tell you, I listened to your songs obviously when I first got them. I added Life to one of my playlists and I listened to it just before this interview because it totally pumps you
Amazing.
up. I love it. I absolutely love your music. Anyways, but we'll,
Thank
we'll
you
let
so
you
much.
tell me your story and then we'll talk about your songs again. Okay, so you grew up in Huntington Beach in LA and then you moved to New York.
Yeah,
Now
I
talk
did. Yeah.
yeah, what made you decide to just up and go?
Um. Well, so first I grew up in Huntington Beach, and then I moved to LA, and there was just like so much stuff going on in LA, and dealing with a lot of like personal stuff, and I just wanted to kind of get away from that and get into a car with my friends and just drive across the country to New York City. And then I ended up taking a plane, but I wrote it because that's what I wanted, and then I ended up going. I wrote it in my song Life.
Wow,
Um,
that is cool.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can hear it all in your song
yeah.
Life.
It's
Um,
all in my song. Yeah,
it's
you'll
all
know
in
me
the
best
song.
by listening to my
Yeah.
songs.
Now, you knew you wanted to be a singer at an early age,
Yeah,
but you took up piano and then taught yourself guitar. When did you decide,
yeah.
okay, this is what I'm going to do?
Um, I think when I was like 12, I decided I really want to be a singer. I did this program called the Hollywood Pop Academy, and they taught me like how to write songs and how to perform on stage. Um, and I really just like fell in love with singing and like being in front of an audience. And I remember my mom taught me. She told me to sing ABC, like Jackson 5, and I sang ABC, and she told me to do this little like turn thing, and all the girls were like screaming, and then I just was like, I don't know what it is about like these screaming crowds that just really is like addicting, and like, um, and then I really fell in love with like performing, um, not just singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, you're very good at it. Um, okay, so
thank you.
you were enrolled in piano lessons, but you taught yourself how to play guitar, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. I can't play any
yeah,
instrument, so I'm just in awe of anybody that can. Um,
yeah. Guitar just seemed like it was always a little bit harder for me, but I really loved the sound, and piano came a little bit easier, which is funny because maybe because I had a teacher, but I do really love piano too. It's like those two instruments, I guess, go so well with singing. So
yeah.
I just got really addicted to um, like practicing and doing scales and learning more chords so I can write better songs and stuff like that.
And you learned how the program that you did in Hollywood, that's they taught you how to write songs, right?
Yeah, yeah. They taught me like verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge. Like the typical thing. And then as I got older and older, I kind of ventured into different things. But I always really loved like that pop fun, sound. Like I grew up listening to all of the like 2000, early 2000s like music, and I really loved all that stuff. So I kind of stay in the pop sound, but I do really like to like venture out into like jazzier chords. And now I'm kind of getting really into like literature and like kind of um, making my lyrics a little bit more um, like elaborate and more interesting. Um, I've always liked to keep it very like metaphorical too sometimes, but I've kind of been venturing away from that and kind of really showing you exactly how I feel.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's my lyrics.
That is good though. I love it when people I mean, and it's so funny because when you write a song about something that you're going through, it relates to so
Yeah,
many other people. It might not be the exact same situation,
yeah,
but it's the same emotions and stuff. And
yeah,
those are
totally,
the songs that stick with us, right? Like songs that we can relate to. And Life,
totally,
I'm going to
totally.
keep talking about Life because I'm in love with it. Life like struck a chord with me. And seriously, Matt, I listen to it all the time. I absolutely love it. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now, you recently released Life, your EP. on all
Uh,
music streaming websites. Now, it's a 4-song
yeah,
EP, all about your decision to move to New York, which is why we said listen to life if you want to know why.
yeah,
And it also started a shift towards more positive stuff happening in your life too, right?
yeah, totally. I felt like I wanted to. It was almost like that moment of release where I needed to not think about what was bothering me for a second or what was bothering my friends, and I just wanted to get us all together and just have fun and not think about it.
Hmm.
And now that the time has gone by, like I kind of did this like release, and I went to New York, and I kind of like numbed myself from everything that was happening. I feel like I've been learning to now, after having that release, kind of going back to those issues and then finding solutions. Because if you like find a solution to the problem, it's not really a problem anymore.
Hmm.
And so recently, a lot of my new stuff right now is like trying to figure out how to find the solution instead of just like find the breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
always important to find that before the solution, I think. But yeah, definitely finding solutions is a big lesson learned from New York.
Yeah, well, that's good. And you know what? Sometimes you have to take yourself out of the situation too, to like really clear your head and get, clear thinking
Yeah,
and learn how to
totally.
change things around. Trust me, I've done that so many times. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
Um, that's
yeah,
why when you were talking about getting in a car and just driving, I do that all the time and I never know where I'm going to end up. But I would really love to end up in New York
totally.
City, but yeah, I'm in Canada. So yeah, that'd be one heck of a drive. Okay.
Yeah, oh my god.
Now, July 18th, 2017, you uploaded to YouTube a 1-minute teaser of your song Peppermint,
Yeah,
and it got 500,000 views.
I know it was crazy. That song has been like taking me like to a lot of different places. I'm actually singing. I'm on this tour with High School Nation. They what they do is they set up this kind of music festival at like high schools.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to like promote keeping the arts in schools and stuff like that. But there's like a bunch of different, actually like really big artists, like Silento and like the Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay.
Oh.
He's up there, and it's like a really cool thing. It's like this cool big music festival right on the football field, and I did it last week, and I didn't have my song Peppermint in it. And then this week, I got a little track together, and I put Peppermint in it. And the kids are going crazy for that song too. And it's funny because I originally just wrote it because I drink peppermint tea all the time, and I was just like, ooh, sweet peppermint. And then I was like, oh, that would be a really cute little like chorus, whatever. I didn't really think anything of it, and I was just posting my songs on Instagram, and I just recorded that chorus and the bridge, and then it did really well on Instagram, and then I put it on YouTube, and then it just like blew up. And a couple record companies have like been contacting me about it. It's just been like the song that I never thought would like blow up, and it did. Like it was like this weird thing. You know, it's so weird. Sometimes you don't think anything of something, and then
Yeah.
it just like blows up in your face, but it's like a good way.
That is awesome. Now, okay,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the good thing nowadays is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, because you can
Yeah.
post your stuff and you never know who's looking, right? Like you're talking about record
Totally.
executives contacting you. Like that
Totally.
is too
Totally.
cool.
Yeah.
Now, since
And that's
then,
actually how this High School Nation found me too, was off Instagram or YouTube.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
It's
to
just
all
such a
those
cool thing,
people,
you know.
yeah, all those people that are too, shy to do this, like do it because it works. Okay, so
Totally. Yeah.
since your YouTube channel, Matt Davis Sounds, has received like millions of total video
Yeah.
views. And
Yeah.
I can see why, because I've watched, so I know why. You're very engaging and you're very like, I don't know, you lift me up. I'm serious. And I don't,
Thank you.
you just have something about you and I absolutely adore it. Um,
Thank you.
Now you're still writing every day, like you said, and posting sneak peek
Yeah.
clips of new songs on Instagram, which is at Matt Davis
Yeah.
Sounds. Um, what are like
David
going
Sounds, yeah.
forward? What is your goal now? What do you want to do?
Um, I think I'm gonna be ready. I think I'm probably gonna release a couple singles and then an album, probably Peppermint. um, it's funny because I haven't even released Peppermint. I just released this little thing that I like recorded in my room, acoustic, just on the piano, and it like is the one, which is cool. I think because people get kind of like into it like that too. You know, like the acoustic version and then like the produced version.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do now is after this tour, I'm gonna go back to LA and then kind of just looking for the next step in my releasing, um, the releasing part of the music, and I guess that's an album and then a couple of singles. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I want to say thank you to Dr. Jimmy Starr because he sent you my way, and I'm so
Yeah,
happy
he's
he
great.
did. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is. He's
I love
amazing.
him.
I just voted for him on the Nashville. If you look on Twitter, he's asking people to vote. I
Oh yeah, me
voted for
too.
him.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I'm like, I want to be on that, but I don't know how to be. So, anyways, I voted for him. He's
Yeah.
amazing, and I'm like, I was so honored that he sent you to me. And then I heard your music, and I was like, yes. Now,
I'm so happy to be on the show. It's so awesome.
oh my God, yeah, it's always fun here. Now, you've been doing this for a while, and like you say, you write from your heart and from experiences you've gone
Yeah,
through and so on and so forth. If there was any kind of advice, Matt, that you, first off, I meant to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20. Okay. Which is
Yeah.
amazing that you're doing as well as you are at 20 years old. It blows me away. You're so talented. But if you had any kind of advice to give like a new young artist just starting out, what kind of advice do you think you'd give them?
I think it's follow your gut instinct or like follow your heart because I kind of figure out. Sometimes it takes a while to know what that voice is. But I think when I finally started listening to my heart, I started working with the right people and started making the right choices. I think in this industry, it's like a chess match, and if
Mm-hmm.
you make the wrong move, it can kind of like slow you down even for a year or even more, or like 4 years. You know, you never know. So I think listen to your heart, make really good decisions, learn as much as you can about like theory and not just music. I mean, focus a lot on music and music theory and playing some sort of instrument. But like if you're a singer, and then also learn other things because I think my songwriting got more interesting when I started just opening myself up to learning everything and anything because I think you know how to say something because we all go through the same emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but then you kind of learn how to say something, say those emotions that we all go through in a more interesting way, and that's what I've been learning like just recently. So yeah, I think that's it.
That's great advice, though. That's great advice.
Yeah,
And everybody, like, if you're talented as Matt is, go on YouTube and Instagram, get yourself out there. Okay.
totally that too.
Yeah, definitely, because I mean, that's how you were discovered, and thank God you were.
Totally.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the two songs. We're going to hear
Yeah.
Life and we're going to hear Head Over Heels, which is also a great song. Um, Life, I'm going to warn everybody when they hear it because it's going to be only on my website. There is swearing in it, which is totally fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't have, a rated whatever. What is it? PG? A PG show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I find too that when you hear songs like Life, and I mean the swearing in it it's heartfelt. Like, do you know what I mean? It means
Yeah.
something. It's not just a word that you're throwing in there. Like you're talking about exactly how
Totally.
you felt, and it makes it completely different.
Yeah.
And then Head Over Heels
Yeah. Totally.
is it kind of seems lighter. Like, is that you falling in love with New York, Head Over Heels, or
It's kind of me like getting ready to fall in love, and it kind of is like me opening the doors to like falling in love, like having that like silly, really romantic kind of love. And I think that's really what the song was written about. Yeah.
cool? It's very nice.
But
It's
I
very
did
nice.
fall in love with New York, and I went to New York. New York makes me fall in love too. It'll make every situation like more romantic than it actually is.
Okay, I need to go to New York now. Okay, anyways.
You should go to New York.
I'm getting in my car. Do you have an extra room? Anyway. Matt, you can purchase your music online as well as your website, Matt Davis Sounds. Everything that has to do with Matt is called Matt Davis Sounds. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and everywhere. So make sure you go check him out because he's amazing. And you can find out all kinds of interesting stuff about you on your website, as well as hear the songs that aren't on my website, which is going to be Life and Head Over Heels. I want to say thank you so much. I know you're super busy with you're on tour right now and you're talking to me.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And I will let you go. And thank you so much, Matt, for coming on my show. I love your songs. Don't ever stop. And
so
anything new happens, you're always welcome back.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for having me. This has been so fun.
You're welcome. It has been fun. And thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you'll find in my attic. Cheers.